With a sense of relief at seeing everyone we had been unable to locate, we quickly tell them of our situation and check on their conditions. It's clear that all of them are tired and injured, but now that our numbers have doubled, we should be able to make up for that by cooperating with each other. As it turns out, we are slowly but surely able to push back the seemingly endless torrent of shadows.
We can do this! There's enough of us here now that I'm sure we can win!
It's too early to be relieved yet. The shadows all over town are converging on that tower. At this rate, our senpai in there will be...
Shirogane is right. If we are held up here, we won't be able to aid those who have been headed up the tower. If the shadows are gathering with the intent to climb that tower, then we have to take the chance of returning to the tower ourselves to intercept them.
But considering the sheer number of shadows, that would be too dangerous.
Mitsuru-san, Ken-kun has given me the details. This case has many similarities with Shuji Yakutsuki's plan. I believe the culprit has the same intent. And considering the current situation with these hordes of shadows, the time is nigh.
Shominaski, who called Shuji Yakutsuki his father, and the words Toru Wadachi left us with. We all have the circumstantial evidence, and this time Naoto speaks of is nothing less than the end of the world.
Do we have no choice but to entrust this to the others here? Isn't there something we can do, Mitsuru-san?
This isn't the time to argue, Mitsuru-san. We have to go!
What's there to worry about, Mitsuru? There's only one option here.
Everyone wants to return to the tower, completely disregarding their own safety. Not a single one of us is afraid to volunteer, even in this desperate situation. In addition, we've been forestalled again and again since this started. It seems that my position as the leader of the Shadow Operatives has put me on the defensive without my noticing it. We have to go on the offense now that we have the strength to do so.
Everyone, listen up. The shadows are likely gathering at that tower. Their goal is likely to bring about the coming of a god with the power to destroy the world. We must stop this at all costs.
Not quite Nyx, though. We know for a fact it's not
lend me your
Nyx.
strength? We'll combine our communication abilities to contact Yamagishi. They need to be told of the danger.
The first step is to make contact. I task the other 6 with making sure that the area is secure, then take Kujikawa's hand. Oh boy. We both feel a familiar tension, distinct from what we feel in battle, as we focus our thoughts and concentrate on the tower.
Persona!
Though the situation is truly chaotic and the end of the world is drawing near, the vision that appears in my mind is surprisingly clear. The thing that Kujikawa's communication ability is this powerful. It's equal to Yamagishi's. I've also been told that it's evolved to the point that she can participate in combat now. These Persona users of Inaba have great potential hidden within them. That's right, we have the obligation to protect this town, their future.
Fukasan is somewhere around the middle of the tower?
Hold on, Fujikawa. There's something in the sky.
There's a reading of something approaching at high speed from the fog-filled sky. Eventually, the rhythmic sound of a helicopter reaches our ears. What? A large helicopter with Kyojo Group markings approaches us out of the fog. The pilot must be Kikuno's back?
That's you there, isn't it, Kikuno? Respond at once.
Lady Mitsuru! Thank goodness you're safe.
What
What
are you
an
doing?
expert pilot.
This airspace is dangerous. You must withdraw at once to a safer area.
You're all putting your lives at stake by fighting. I refuse to shame myself by withdrawing.
I can only smile at the way Kikuno refuses my direct order. She won't hesitate to risk herself for my sake. That's never changed at all.
And there's something I must tell you at once. We've decoded more of the records from Shuji Ikutsuki that I gave to Labrasol. We've reached a point
finally.
where there is a description that seems to be hinting at the security code. If we can solve it, we may be able to fully unlock it.
Oh, you haven't actually unlocked
But
it
clues
yet?
to the password are my true form that I should take, and the one written of in the prophecy.
What?
Prophecy and true form? Could this be about what happened back then?
Mitsuru, you have to remember. That insanity Yakutsuki was a slave to. Remember the speech he gave us?
It's been a long time. I can never forget that night 3 years ago, the night we were cast into the depths of despair. Ikutsuki looked down on us with insanity in his eyes and told us of his own ambitions.
He said he would become a king in the new world. With that in mind, what he strived to become, his self-professed true form.
Nyx. The new world that Shuji Ikutsuki strove for, the true form that he wanted this world to assume, for everyone besides himself had been changed into a shadow.
King of the Fall.
Oh, King of the Fall was his mistake. Those words symbolize the distorted ambitions Ikutsuki had become obsessed with, and what he truly believed he would become.
That's it! The password was accepted, and the file's been unlocked. I'm opening the file now.
And you're doing this while piloting a helicopter.
There's no time to wait for an analysis. Fujikawa, let's try again. We need to get this information to Labras through Yamagishi.
We direct our search in the direction of the tower once more and detect Yamagishi. Near her are a number of other readings that appear to be in combat. They are no Kami Satonaka and Hanamura. It seems they are fighting valiantly to protect Yamagishi. Though they had been injured, I sighed in relief, sensing that they made a recovery. We immediately opened communications with Yamagishi and relayed our situations. According to Yamagishi, a sudden swarm of shadows in town have begun pouring into the tower as well. We then pass on our own conclusions, the reason for the horde of shadows, and our information on the password. Even Yamagishi seems lost for words at hearing this, but she quickly recovers herself.
So that's why all these shadows have been flooding in. We'll stop them here as well. I'll tell Labras about that password at once. Please be careful, Mitsuru-senpai.
Everyone looks towards me once the communication ends. They're waiting for a word from me with such impatience, but don't worry, I understand.
We will now head to the tower to aid those who are still in there. We'll have to force our way in. We will combine the strength of our personas and fight our way through.
As they say, that's what I'm talking about.
Oh my god, I guess.
This is starting to get interesting. I'm getting pumped up.
All right. If that's the plan, then it's time to bust out all our skills. Better not fall behind, Ted.
I'm getting fired up! Wait for us, Sensei! Wait for me, Labby-chan! There's no need to fear with my tremendous strength!
Right.
Right. Labras and Chia are fighting too, so I can't just stay here.
The moment we were about to step towards the tower, I noticed the black silhouette of the vehicle lowering its altitude, close enough to graze the horde of shadows.
Kikuno, you need to leave Inaba and stand by until we contact you again.
No, my lady. This helicopter is loaded with two 7.62mm Gatling guns, 19 continuous rounds of 70mm rocket ammunition, as well as
Jesus.
a 30mm chain gun. Though these cannot damage shadows, they will be useful in preventing their advancement and providing me with some measure of backup.
Don't be ridiculous. It's too dangerous.
Labras-san asked me why someone who couldn't use a persona would risk their life to go to a place where shadows appear. No matter how slight it may be, I can still provide some assistance to you all. I have been prepared to risk my life from
This
the
cutscene's
start.
so long.
My
Oh my
lady,
god, how
I
much
have
my
my
controllers
own
will turn
battles
off
to
again.
fight.
Hikuno-san.
Mitsuru, you're gonna repeat the same mistake.
Right. It doesn't matter how strong or weak you are. I pushed Narukami and his friends away before, and now I'm doing the same to Kikuno. Kikuno, I accept your determination. Aid us from the helicopter. We must reach that tower at all costs.
Understood. I will see you there safely, even if it costs me my life. Let us depart.
Hikuno's helicopter rotates in place to face the direction we will be proceeding in. Damn! With a tremendous concussion, a rain of bullets showers down on the massive shadows, splashing bits of blackness every which way. The wave that had been completely covering the road loses its intensity and begins to retreat.
Now!
Oh my god,
Right.
Persona's activating
All
at
right.
once.
Come! Persona!
Go! Persona!
Here goes!
A line of sparkling light runs into the wave of shadows, accompanied by a roaring sound. We can do this. We nod to each other and leap, one after another, into the newly opened path. We must head to that tower where our comrades are fighting, so that I can carry out, no, so we can all carry out our duties. Okay. That should be the end of that. Yep. Okay. All that's left is to wrap this up. Saving, Jesus. Alright, everyone's wish.